Hey everybody, this is Wendy. I woke up today and I felt really inspired to share more of my personal journey of awakening with you, to help you with your personal journey of awakening. And I've been sort of scrabbling around with, what is it that I do, trying to learn all this business stuff, and I feel like I've lost my flow, and that I'm convinced that there is this place where we're just in divine flow and the inspirations come, and we're just, all the synchronicities happen, and that's kind of, I sort of dip in and out of it. And so, this is for me too in making this series and sharing with you, just to get clearer for my own self, what is it that, why is it that we touch it and then we dip away again? Because I've had some incredible experiences that I can't deny that there is something greater than ourselves. And I always think that you can't, don't just believe what someone else tells you, you have your own experience of it, but just how do we create the space for that? So I'm going to start at the beginning and share with you over, I don't know how long it will take, I'll make some short videos, my own personal journey. And I hope that it helps you to find the divinity within yourself. And I was laughing actually because I found, I was clearing some stuff up and I found this little silk thing that my friend had made for me, and it said, "The truth is within." And I'd asked her to make it for me because I'd started to do a video, I wanted to do a blog and everything about this, oh god, I don't know now, 9 years ago, and it just never, I never made it happen. It's funny, isn't it? But then here we are now, so, yeah, I don't know, really, really funny. But the whole point was the truth is within, that it is within us. What we're looking for, what we're seeking outside of ourselves is actually inside, and that's the place to come right now. So my story begins, well really the biggest shift was nearly 10 years ago now, when I had a near-death experience and I contracted the flesh-eating bug. I had my third daughter by emergency cesarean, and then I got the flesh-eating bug and it got into the wound. And I lost, and I'm going to show you some pictures actually, they're quite graphic, so I'll put the pictures underneath. But I lost maybe 2/3 of the flesh on my torso, and my body was shutting down. And it's funny, isn't it, because at that time, if you'd said to me, oh, this is going to happen to you, and you'll be okay, I just never would have thought I could have dealt with it. So I think that's the first thing that I can see, is that stuff happens to us in our lives, doesn't it? And that, if somebody said to you, oh, this is going to happen to you, you'd be like, oh, no way, I couldn't cope with that. But that when it does, you just do, because you have to, don't you? And I don't know, I kind of, loads and loads of people always say to me, oh, you're so inspirational, you're so inspiring. I think, oh, no, it's because me, I'm, not really kind of that. But I don't know, there obviously is this positivity within me. And recently I've been thinking, oh, I'm too positive. I'm too like, yeah, we'll do it. And then of course sometimes it doesn't work out that easily. But then I thought, well, I can see that's something that gets us through, doesn't it? Having that positivity, that mindset to kind of come through. But that's kind of by for the physical aspects really. But what the main thing for the awakening really was this near-death experience, where I was going into the light. And it was the first thing that made me kind of go like, wow, there really is something else. Now, my sister's very psychic, and when we were kids she used to come up with psychic stuff, so I've kind of been around that, but I always dismissed it. And I guess I kind of, like to know what I know and kind of be controlled with that, and have that sense of security in that. And of course, you can't have that, can you, when you're just... well, we can't understand this stuff. I think that's the thing, isn't it? This greater aspect of ourselves, we can't understand it with our logical, rational minds, and yet that's what we're trying to do. And I guess maybe that's why we keep coming unstuck, I don't know. It's like we're used to living in one medium, one way of being, and actually there's this new way coming now. And I feel like, I was thinking the other day, I feel like I'm like stuck, we're like playing between two worlds, and I don't know which one is real, or if any of them are real. Hey, that's what we're all here discovering, isn't it? So yeah, so that was the first thing, this near-death experience. Now, you don't have to nearly die to experience it. I've discovered since then there are other ways that you can connect with that presence that's there all the time, and that presence and that divinity which is within you. So yeah, I'll stop there because otherwise these videos get too long and they buffer and it's just irritating, isn't it? So I'll try and keep them short. I could talk for a long time, obviously, as you'll probably gather. And I'll show you the pictures now so you can see that physically what happened to my body, and then, yeah, emotionally, physically, what I was having to deal with for myself and my family. So there's the first picture, pretty graphic, isn't it? And I'll share some more with you as we go along. And you can imagine, like, for my family, basically they took me in and removed the flesh. Can't do anything with the flesh-eating bug, you literally have to just remove the flesh. And then they immediately showed my family what they'd done in pictures, so it's very traumatic for them. I obviously am kind of like morphined off my head at this point, totally unaware of what was going on. So why do I want to make this? Well, I really want to share with you and inspire you and, you know, help people come through traumatic things, but also I want you to embrace your potential. That's what I'm most excited about. So I'm going to post every day on the blog a bit more of my story, and do join me there. So that's www.wendy-harrington.com. If you go to the blog there, then you can see I'll post, like I say, I'll post one each day. Please leave your comments, and yeah, look forward to connecting with you and communicating with you, and that together we can make a positive difference in the world.